Peace. What's going on, everybody? It's Coach Zai. I'm reporting in right now from Chongqing, China. Um, I just had to do a video because we're doing something really big and important coming up, and I'm gonna be keeping in a lot more contact than I have been. I've been doing a lot, coaching, being a father, traveling. But I've been working on these classes, and I think it's going to be the perfect time to connect with people before the classes start. I've been getting a lot of DM messages, and to respond to all of them takes time, especially to give good descriptive answers. Some of the questions require a lot more explanation than just a couple sentences. So I'm going to answer a few questions in this video. It's going to kind of kick off the Skip to the Pros classes. It's been about a year since I've done the classes, but I've been doing a lot. I lived in Egypt since then, went back to the States for a little while, and now I'm in China. Actually been out in China for the last 5 months. The wife and the son are in Thailand right now, so it's giving me a little bit of free time to do my videos. Normally I'm doing a dad thing. But so the first video coming back is going to be about Major League versus Minor League. All right, so whatever country you're from, there's going to be in the major sports, there's going to be a major league and there's going to be minor leagues. All right, and in the States, and just like in Europe and Asia, the major league is always the target goal of the majority of the athletes. All right, and although it's a good goal to shoot for, realistically, a very, very small percentage of athletes make it to that major league, regardless of what country you're talking about. The statistics are different in different countries and in different sports, but there's still only a selected amount of slots. Okay, so being realistic and understanding your options for the minor leagues or the other leagues, the overseas leagues, professional leagues in other countries, is worth the investment, because there's so many more jobs abroad than there are in your country in any sport. All right, so whether you're talking about basketball, soccer, football, American football, rugby, it doesn't really matter what sport you're talking about. There's going to be more jobs in other countries, just because country can only be but so big. So if you can get an opportunity in your home country, and you're a nationalist, you love your country, you want to play there, that's cool. But if your goal is to make a living through the sport, then understanding what opportunities lie in other cities is worth the investment. Okay, so one of the topics we'll be covering is that the major league versus the minor league. The second is the visa and nationalities. So now there's a lot of ways that you can stay in countries that you want to live in using visas that's non-sports related, but you can get to the country on a sports contract, if that makes any sense. So, for example, if you got a team that's willing to fly you out, pay for your housing, and pay you salary to play a sport, but you can't get a visa, if you come out there and you like the country, there's ways you can get the visa doing other jobs, or being a student or what have you, to stay in the country, continue doing the sport, and legally get stay. All right, so we're going to talk about all the different possibilities that there are, whether it's a European citizen going to America, whether it's a Canadian going to, somewhere in Europe, whether it's an African going somewhere in Asia. All the requirements are different based on your nationality and which visa you're trying to get. All right, so we're going to go real heavy detail in the class for that. And then the third, and probably my personal favorite, is travel and experience. So I am very proud to say that my son is only 1 year old. He'll be turning 2 next month. All right, he'll be turning 2 next month. But at the moment, he's only 1, and he already speaks Mandarin and English. Now, he doesn't speak as much Chinese as he does English, but he knows when he sees Chinese people to say ni hao, and when he gets something, he knows to say xie xie. And the look on people's faces to see a little black kid out here speaking Mandarin is I love it, especially being from where I'm from. I mean, the literacy rate is high in urban communities. So there's a lot of kids that can barely read or write their own language, and here my son is, at still 1 years old, being able to communicate with us, tell us hello, and then see someone on the street and understand he needs to say ni hao. Bilingualism is the way of the right now. I won't even say the future, but right now, I mean, if you only know one language, you're really behind the curve. You need to be knowing two and up. These African immigrants, Asian immigrants that go to other places. The reason why you can see Asians go anywhere in the world and go to school, or Africans go anywhere in the world and go to school, because they can speak pretty much any language. Anywhere they can go, a lot of times they know the language. So it's a lot easier for them, and that's part of their culture and learning, and that helps them move forward. So if you're in the States and, your kid is struggling with one language or they're good in one language, you need to be teaching them another language. That's one thing I've noticed in Asia, Europe too. In Africa, they're really big on. So you see those students progressing a lot in other cultures. So those students that want to take the class will be very, very kind of ahead of the curve when it comes to going to other countries to play a sport and understanding the language. So it making it a easier adjustment. All right. But those are the three um, things I wanted to touch on that I got asked a question about. The next video, I'm going to go into detail about